Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It's Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Today's episode again is another pretty big one. If you missed yesterday's, we packed a team of the year. If you want to check that out, top right corner. And if you do enjoy today's episode, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. We've got a lot to do today. We're going to be selling big player. We're going to be completing David Luiz. We're going to be buying Team of the Year player, alright? So there's quite a lot going on. And if you are new to the channel, maybe you found it from I packed a Toty or whatever, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And, well, if you are new around here, you got like 125, 126 episodes, whatever it is, to catch up on. So, yes, we did pack Team of the Year Alisson yesterday, but obviously he doesn't fit into the squad perfectly like this. So, with one squad left on the David Luiz SBC, he would get his strong link, and that squad could nearly work. We would need a bit of a formation change to get Lenglet on chemistry. We'd need to change to the 4-3-3-3, and then, of course, the Griezmann link helps, and you can swap Paulinho and Guardiola over, and everyone there is on chem, right? So that's perfect. That's brilliant. So I left it with that, knowing that, of course, we needed to get more fodder in order to unlock David Luiz. We need to get a couple more of those high-rated players, and then probably spend some money to buy the final players needed for the highest-rated squad for David Luiz, which is about a 170k SBC. So I'd probably spent another 150k on upgrade packs. Got another 10 premium Premier League packs, which is what that costs nowadays, you know, 150k, 140k, whatever it was. Again, to try and get another Toty. Pray that it wasn't Alisson if we were to get one. And then, of course, to pray to make sure we get some high-rated players to make it worthwhile. Now, we end up getting some half-decent fodder. And, of course, a little bit like yesterday, once you come across the same high-rated player twice, that's when you need to make that decision. Am I going to discard this player, or is there an SBC that I can fit him into? Or is he high enough rated, and do I have enough other stuff to put him into the David Luiz SBC? So that is all of this stuff is going through my mind as I'm opening this. It's also mind-numbingly boring to try and buy 10 of the same player for under 1,000 coins, or about 1,000 coins, whatever it is. We end up getting ourselves Noble, who has become a bit of a a hero in me and my mates. We're like, we've all packed this guy so many times this week, and then he comes up with his big old grin on his face. Yeah, it's become a bit of a legend. You know, everyone's packing him this week, aren't they? But we get yet another Bernardo Silver. We've packed this guy literally so many times, and I'm like, game, I don't want him, because I've already got a better version of him. I've got the Player Moments version of this card, who is going to be a massive feature in our future squad, by the way. But of course, great fodder, great player to get in order to shove into the David Luiz SBC. We end up getting a Digne here, but what I need, of course, is high-rated players. It's an 87-rated squad for that final team for David Luiz. I need Man City players now. Davinson Sanchez in there. Not a bad little first owner Prem centre-back. So we get another walkout here. We get French, and I'm like, Pogba for first owners. And then I'm like, centre-back. Is that Mbappe? Oh, wait, no, I'm not Castro. That is Laporte, of course. So we get ourselves Laporte. Now, what that is another Man City player. Great. That's high-rated Man City. You know, we're going to start to get chemistry now in this final David Luiz SBC, which means the extra players we're going to have to buy, they're going to be the cheapest ones of that rating. If we need to buy a 90, if we need to buy an 89, they're going to be the cheapest ones at that level, because we will have already pretty much sorted our chemistry by having lots of high-rated, like Man City and Premier League players in the squad. So you don't just get the 10 packs, obviously. You recycle and you recycle. And you probably, if you start with 10 premium packs, you probably do about 16 or 17 premium ones and about 20 of the 3-player ones. So, like, you do get quite a lot done. You just don't get to open it all in one go. It's very much like a mishmash of, like, oh, well, I got a duplicate here, so I've got to build another pack here, and then I've got to open that, and damn, I got a duplicate again, so I've got to build another squad here. So, yeah, we got to a point where I'd got got Laporte, I'd got Bernardo Silver, I'd got a couple of duplicates that I just wanted to shove into this SBC. So I bought a few players like Casemiro, Ibra, I bought an Oblak and a Busquets, so I probably spent just over 100k on this final squad, but of course we saved about 60 or 70k of that from the SBCs. What I would say is that we've now completed the David Luiz SBC, and whilst doing so, we've probably spent less coins in total since selling Van de Ligt to actually acquire him. And of course, at the time, we've also packed the Team of the Year and had chance after chance after chance of packing a Team of the Year. So welcome David Luiz, 90 rated overall. Of course, he doesn't look quite as good as Team of the Year de Ligt, which he is going to be replacing. However, I think he's still going to be absolutely outstanding. He looks great, and I've heard amazing things about him. To have 82 dribbling on a centre-back, I find that very, very important. And of course, he's quick. We're not going to mess around with him. We are going to instantly go out onto the market and spend 11,000 coins on a shadow. And that is exactly the chem style we're going to use on him. Because sometimes I'm like, well, I'll try and use something from my club. But this is an expensive player that we've just got here. This is someone that I need to be in my starting 11 for a while. So we're going to treat him right. And we're going to give him that proper chem style. Because, you know, 78 acceleration, 85 sprint speed. We can get them both into like the 90s with a shadow. And he can be that quick centre-back that everyone hates coming up against. So it does cost me 11,250. There were none up for 11,000, but loads for 11.25. So we buy one, we apply it, and there he is into the squad right there. So this could be our team. But hey, we've still got like 300k left or something. So it was time to make a few changes. There were, what else? A new Toty challenge came out. So obviously wanted to complete that, especially whilst I had coins. But hey, I was able to do it with untradeable players that I had in my team. This one required a Eredivisie player. So I sold whatever I had after that of Eredivisie players. I literally only had a couple, but they spiked in price a little bit. So hey, you could have made a lot of money on that if you had lots of Eredivisie players in your club. So this one's a Prime Electrum. We hope for something good. Unfortunately, it's no good, but I'm pretty sure it was tradable and it wasn't like one of those rubbish untradable rewards. So at least we get a whole set of players that could sell should we want them to, should we need to sell them, which you're going to see in a little while in today's episode. I'm going to need coins. So yeah, instead of selling Messi, I've decided to go with something different. We're going to sell Mbappe. We're also going to sell Neymar. That's a big, big moment here on the road to glory. But loads of you have expressed interest in me getting some different players in. So I'm going to get rid of some of the ones that we've been using for ages. I think it's still vital to have Messi on this game. I really enjoy him. And he gets a link to the player that I want to buy. And so Messi and Neymar and Mbappe sell, and I also sold them because they seem to be way up in price compared to what they were a week ago. Mbappe obviously because of his Team of the Year, and I don't know why Neymar is, but hey, look at this. This is the player I want. I want Team of the Year Frankie de Jong. We're going to have a slightly less good, it's not going to be as effective, whatever strike force we have in the future. But what we have just done is we've got a ridiculous centre midfielder for our club, which is, if you play a 4-4-2, the centre mids are so important. We've seen how great Paulinho can be. Atal, when he plays there, is brilliant as well. But I was about 100k off this Frankie, or 70k off this Frankie, when I first started then absolutely gutting my club after selling Neymar and Mbappe. And what you're not seeing in the background, you might see the coins go up a little bit every now and again. I played some extra squad battles to ensure I got some rewards because that would give me tradable players and 11,000 coins. I was desperate. I was literally going in, and my club goes from Team of the Year nominee, or Team of the Year Frankie, nominee Messi, and then to the next page and it's like non-rare bronzes. I don't really have anything left. I even went through some of my consumables and like just discarded stuff. Like I was doing anything I possibly could to make the quick little coin that I needed to try and boost myself up to the price that Frankie costs so I could buy him. And I swear, every time I went into a squad battles match and came out of it, he'd gone up another 5k, another 10k. I seemingly was getting further and further away from him when I was trying to up the coin balance in my club. So I'd pretty much done it. I'd got 100k up from where I started with a completely empty club, trying to sell contracts, trying to sell the tradable squad fitnesses that I've got, which I need, but I also needed to buy this Frankie. So yeah, it was really tough times. It was like I literally emptied everything. I felt like Ian Beale. I've got nothing left. But hey, we got there in the end to the point where we had nearly enough. I was seeing him pop up at 1.580. So I went and discarded the final things in my club, the final silvers, the rare bronzes. We got it down to literally non-rare bronzes left in the club. None of which are from popular leagues. If there's a league SBC, I've already sold that player. I've tried to sell that player. Like I honestly did empty it. Like I've said it for about 3 minutes now. But yeah, the club is about as empty as it's ever been in terms of actual tradable stuff. But we got to the point where we had 1.581, which I saw one pop up at. And then there was one 3k cheaper in the centre mid formation. So we bought him. We finally got there. And this was at like 1 a.m. at night or something. I was like, oh, finally I can go to bed. But yes, I finally bought him for 1.578. Now that was Monday night or Sunday night or whenever it was. I'm a little bit ahead on videos at the moment. So I don't know if his price has come crashing down. I don't know if it's gone up. If that's a good or a bad deal. But at the time, his price had really settled. So yeah, we've got Frankie de Jong, Team of the Year, who looks ridiculous. He looks absolutely insane. A member of the Hullet gang, of course, and it's nearly a member of the 90 club looking at some of those stats. He genuinely does look brilliant, so I hope that he's going to be good. And of course, he gets that strong link to Lionel Messi. So he can come straight into this squad right here, which is actually how the new squad is going to start. And you might think, that looks a bit weird, Tom. That doesn't look as good as what you had. It won't be as effective. Neymar and Mbappe are two of the best strikers on this game, two of the best players on this game. But I know that some of you expressed interest in some change, and I thought bringing a Team of the Year player in, someone in the middle of the park like Frankie de Jong, would be really interesting. Now, the other thing I could have possibly done would be to bring in Team of the Year Mane. But in order to do that, I'd have had to sell Messi as well. Literally, we would have had no Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, and we would have just had a Team of the Year Mane. And then we would have had to... I don't know how we would have done it. We wouldn't really have the strikers in the club. It's possible that we might do that in the future, or hopefully we make some coins in the future as well. But you can see all of the stuff that I tried to sell here. These are my Squad Battles rewards that I got listed up, and a couple of silvers as well. We ended up with 3,000 coins. I needed to spend some of that on an anchor cam style, because those are the two areas, or the three areas that I'm going to improve Frankie's game on. Just the pace, get that above the 90s or whatever, and then a little bit of defending because, hey, I need him to just be able to do everything. He's already got the other stats. His dribbling and passing are literally next level already, and everyone that I see using him seems to have anchor on him, so I guess that's the way to go. So yeah, and you can see what his in-game stats are up to at that point in time. Really, really good. So what we've got here is the new squad. This is how it would start anyway. But there are potential options for what we could actually do in-game. We could play our classic 4-4-2, and we could bring off Guardiola, we could bring off Mahrez straight away, get rid of them, and we'd bring on Atal, we'd bring on Perisic. I think Perisic might be my striker alongside Leo Messi. 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot. He's kind of like a Dalglish or like a Son, maybe not quite as good, but hey, we've got a beast in midfield, and of course we can bring Atal back out wide where he previously performed brilliantly for me. So that is one option right there. Which I think looks quite interesting as an in-game squad. The other would be to go 4-2-3-1. And of course, we could play Frankie as a cam. He's got the stats to do anything. And with his dribbling, I think he'd be a great cam. Again, with Bernardo Silver, with Perisic, and with Messi as the main striker. I think that could work. Or, of course, you could play Frankie as the DM and bring Ryan Kent on, another 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot player. So this could be how it lines up. Bernardo Silva, central cam. Everyone's been raving about him there. So that's another option. Another option would be to go 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. You know, 2 box-to-box midfielders in Paulinho and Frankie de Jong team of the year. Great. Messi and Perisic up front. Again, with Bernardo Silver holding in that cam spot. With Acuna as a DM. Brilliant. Or you could switch that around, have Atal as the DM because we know how good he is. And if we don't like Perisic, play Ryan Kent because, of course, he's great as well. So there are literally plenty of options. But yes, I also agree with you on what you're thinking in your head, that this isn't as effective as having Messi, as having Neymar and Mbappe. I agree. But I think at some point it's just nice to have a bit of a change. Why not try and get use out of this Bernardo Silva card? Rather than him just being a wide player which does nothing, why not try to make him a focal point in the team? What, you know, him and Messi with their dribbling, Frankie with his dribbling and just general ability. I'm really excited to try this team out. Now, that's not all that could be changed as well. We've brought Diego Carlos in here because we quite fancied it. But of course, you could play it in a 4-3-3-3 with Lenglet as the centre back. If I still prefer him over anyone, if I wanted to, I could use PK as well, or Van der Sar in goal. That would still get the chemistry with everyone we needed. You know, should we decide that Alisson's actually not good and we want to use our Van der Sar that we crafted with icon swaps, then yeah, we could do that. And with this, we could also get PK in there, and if we preferred him alongside David Luiz. So there are literally loads of moving parts. I'm not quite sure yet how this would line up in the weekend league. However, I think it's nice and fresh, you know. There are 3 players of chemistry here. Mendy, which we're used to. Bernardo Silva on 7 chem, which we've actually been playing him on 5, bringing him on as a sub. So he's going to be better than we're used to. And then Mahrez is coming straight off. So it doesn't matter about his chem anyway. We're going to be playing with a 5 chem Perisic or Ryan Kent, which is, again, what we're used to doing with anyway. So, and they're still absolutely great. We are broke. The club is empty, but we have ourselves still got Messi, and we've got a Team of the Year tradable Frankie de Jong alongside a David Luiz. Effectively, where I came out of Team of the Year, just to end this episode for you guys, is a few different things. So, when I sold SEN at the start of, or at the end of last week, or whenever it was before Team of the Year came out, we had like 600,000 or 700,000 coins. I think 650 is what we were roughly at. And then once I'd done all the upgrade packs and completed David Luiz, we had about 350, 300, I don't know. So we spent about 350,000 coins of our coins in the last week, right? We bought Toty Delict. We made about 100k profit on him or something like that. We spent a whole bunch on upgrade packs. We packed a 450k Team of the Year Alisson. We completed a Moments Bernardo Silva of about 300 and something thousand coins worth of SBC. We completed a 470,000 coin SBC in David Luiz. And we've managed to buy ourselves a Team of the Year Frankie. All for, like, that change, before you count the Frankie, all of that, David Luiz, Team of the Year Alisson, and Bernardo Silva, all for 350k of my coins, net spend or whatever it is. I think that's a huge W for Team of the Year, simply because of the upgrade packs. They are genuinely great, and when you get the chance to do that, I find it worthwhile to sink a bunch of coins into that. Try and keep some of them left for the club. But as you can see, we're at a point now where if I sold Frankie and if I sold Messi, I would have about 2.5 million coins. So that's down a little bit on what we could have had last week. But hey, we've got so many more great players in the club that I think we're kind of on a roll. So that is going to wrap things up for today, boys. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know what you think of the squad. Have we done the wrong thing? Are we looking interested in things on the right path? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below. And of course, make sure you have a great day. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.